Aquila Boxing Promotions founder, Kevin, Two Guns, and Lorena. Man, oh man, this is now the 4th installment of Aquila Boxing Promotions. How do you feel, champ? It's been a long road.
Yeah, it's been a long road, but it's been a fantastic journey. We're here now, 4 from 4. I've just got word from Megan and the ladies that we're pretty much sold out. We're going to see what we can do to squeeze a couple of more people in. But yeah, it's just phenomenal, and we're grateful for all the support. We're grateful for all the sponsors who've gotten behind ABP in order to make the fights happen, to allow fighters to fight, because without the sponsors, ABP is irrelevant and benign, and without the sponsors supporting the fighters, it wouldn't happen. So we are very grateful for the opportunity, and we're just happy to be here. You know, we're not competing with anyone, we're simply running our own race, and as you can see, we're running a good one.
Now, champ, every ABP tournament feels like a new one. And we've had 3 already. How do you plan on topping the past 3? Because word it is, this is the best one yet.
Well, on paper it is. You know, we've got phenomenal matchups. If you look from the first fight all the way to the main fight, terrific matchups, and that's what I think ABP's, we pride ourselves in, and what we thrive on is terrific matchups. You can never go to an ABP show and say the matchups were scripted, it was one-sided. They're always competitive matchups. We've got terrific fighters on the card from terrific stables, you know, from the Smith Gym, Sunny Hill, Fourie, you know, Coach G. We've got Daneff, Fox. You know, there's so many fighters that are fighting, that are credible fighters that we believe are future stars, and we're just happy to, we're actually happy that the fighters want to fight on our promotion. I think a lot of the time people forget that a promoter's mentality might be the fighters owe it to us. We own them. We don't own a single fighter or a team. We're very grateful that they choose to fight on the Aquila Boxing Promotion show. At the end of the day, it's about the fighter, and without those 2 men in the ring, once again, this is nothing. So we're very grateful to each and every fighter, manager and trainer for allowing their boys to fight on our show. And listen, how do we top it? Good matchups, sold out crowd, new brand partners, our current phenomenal brand partners in World Sports Betting, Tigris Wealth. And I just want to give a shout out to each and every one of them. World Sports Betting, Tigris Wealth, JCB Steel, HP, Under Armour, and obviously as you can see, Meat World and Knox have come on board, and our security partners, Gabba, our operators who make sure that nobody gets out of hand here, and they're not about that, they do a terrific job of making everybody feel comfortable. But without our partners, this is not possible. And a special event like this, the magnitude 2 title fight, you know, anybody who knows boxing and promotions, a lot goes into it, sanctioning fees, international officials, there's a whole heap that goes into it, and without our sponsors, it's not possible. So I'm forever grateful, and thank you.
Certainly indeed. Champ, we'll talk about your partnership strategy a bit later on, but for now, Nick, from World Sports Betting, ABP, is that a dream partnership for you?
Yeah, certainly it's been a dream partnership for us since the first tournament. And as you've mentioned, I think it's been quite a great journey for many fighters here. I mean, Kane, Claudio, main title fight, you know, Kane's story, how far he's came in this journey. So it's been great for us as a brand to see some of these fighters really come on board on this platform and, you know, take it serious, but also commit. You know, it's all about the 2 men in the ring at a given time. They've definitely put on masterclasses of shows. Have been the last 3 tournaments for the fans, so it's really exciting and definitely a dream partnership for us.
It indeed is all about the 2 men in the ring, but we do know that if we don't have partners like you, we don't have those 2 men in the ring. So going forward for 2020, 2026, do we still see World Sports Betting on board as partners?
Yes, certainly. I think for us as World Sports Betting, we're all about partnering with excellence. I think this is one thing this tournament, ABP promotion as well, have done. Provide that platform of excellence, and also just the production itself has been best in class. So certainly see World Sports Betting in the future as well.
Right, so over to you, Ash, if you could just give Close, manager. All right, cool. Close, I do have a question for you. Right at the beginning of Kevin's campaign, when he promised that he's going to have 4 super boxing tournaments this year, he bragged in front of Gayton McKenzie, our minister, and Gayton McKenzie said, yes, okay, fine, let's see if you're going to do it. On the 1st of November, Kevin says he's a man of his word and he's going to do it. But what have you seen working very closely with Kevin and Aquila Boxing Promotions, and what's their method of success that you've noticed working with them?
All right, thank you. So firstly, I need to appreciate having ABP on board as the promoters in Gauteng. One of the key things that is making Kevin to be a success is that he takes advice. You know, when he's not sure about something, he'll always give somebody a call and ask. And one thing, he's respectful to everybody, not just us as administrators, but I've seen him working with the camps very closely as well. So he's such a professional. He's one of the few promoters nationally that does things so professional. I'll tell you right away, 30 or 25 days before the day of the tournament, every compliance document is already with me, sitting with me. I'm also talking payments. So that is one thing. He's consistent. That's one thing that makes him to maintain his status of being amongst the best. In his fourth fight, I can already say that without a fear of contradiction that he's amongst the best promoters we have in the country.
No, certainly, and I think a lot of the debutants that have featured on Kevin's tournaments could say so as well. What do you say about that, about giving a platform to the debutants, not just in the ring, but also an opportunity to change their lives?
You know, when ABP puts in an application, it's a bit of development, international, entitled. It's a bit of everything that you need in a tournament. As he has adequately alluded before, to say their tournaments are not scripted. It's not even easy to pick or to know who will win. I can give you an example right now. We have the Luke fight.
Yes.
And Duan, right? That's, both guys are great prospects in the development section, and right now he's putting both of them together. And I can tell you, the winner between the two is going to go to better things. But even the loser will still make it. I have no doubt of that. So it's a great tournament indeed. And also great gift goes to AB. For great matching.
Certainly. Our matchmaker, ABs, thank you so much. We always appreciate you. Over to Ashley from Tigris Wealth. Ashley, you're officially not a stranger to the boxing world anymore. 4 solid tournaments, we've seen you right in front there, always showing face. What's the relationship been like? Do you envision this growth with Aquila Boxing Promotions?
Yeah, thanks. Also, it's been an incredible journey. Walking a narrow road with Kev on a friendship level and in the business, looking after his finances. At Tigris Wealth, we really believe that excellence is the standard, and what the resemblance with Aquila and Tigris is both come from very humble beginnings. Like me, myself and Kev, we share a similar story. We come from really humble beginnings, and I think it aspires young athletes to have some sort of aspiration of that, because Kevin started as a young boy, not a lot of experience, no amateur fights, and fighting at the top of the game, fighting in big arenas, sold out 90,000 plus, 100,000 plus Wembley stadiums, in Tottenham Arena and stuff like that. So I think it gives a lot of ambition and a lot of insight to young fighters to see that you can go from good to great in a short space of time. So yeah, it's been a blessing. It's been a humble experience, and us at Tigris Wealth, we really want to partner with people that comes from a good understanding. And I've never seen a good boxer that comes from privilege. So the story matches, and the partnership will continue to grow. So yeah.
Indeed, our brand ambassador, Founder, would you like to say anything just to tie it up? We're going to soon introduce the fighters.
No, we've got nothing to say, just grateful to everybody and all our media partners, Super Sports, the news crews that are here. Boxing events need this, and this is what the fighters need to realize. They've got a platform. I just want to thank Ash for his kind words, but I've got a phenomenal team that's behind me. My trainer Peter, he's honed my skills from a very young age, from 18 when I was a raw kid working at nightclubs doing bad things. He's honed my skills, so he got me to work hard and to be a skillful fighter to make it to the highest level. But it's not about me today. So thank you, Ash. It's about every single fighter here that we're providing a platform for. That's what it's about, and that's what I want to see. I see boxing from the corner, and I see how fighters struggle. fighters will no longer struggle as long as ABP's around. We'll be doing 4 shows a year, God willing, and that means, for example, we've got 18 fighters fighting on Saturday night. There's an opportunity for 18 guys. Go write your own story.
Now, yes, certainly, there's a big round of applause. Talking about 4 tournaments a year, champ, I was going to put you on the spot and say, can you give us another promise for another 4 tournaments next year?
You know what, that's the plan. I think 4 is a realistic number. You know, we're not trying to do too many or too much. We want to do 4 quality shows. That is the plan. And you know, we've got great partners in Super Sport and all the media houses that are coming out here to cover our shows. World Sports Betting, Tigris Wealth, and you know, the brands behind me and beside me, hopefully we can build strong relationships with them, because without the partners, it's very difficult. We all know that. Boxing in the country, it's on the upward trajectory, it's positives, but there's a lot of negatives, and we can't outdraw the negatives, but we just got to keep talking positive, and 2026, hopefully we'll see another 4 shows.
We're certainly looking forward to that. Now I'm going to open up to the floor very soon, because we are here for the media, but for now I'm just going to say thank you so much to Nick from World Sports Betting. Let's give him a big round of applause, as well as Ashley from Tigris and our manager, Coach Manopole. That you may leave the stage. Thank you so much. It's now time to introduce the fighters. Champ, you may stay on stage. And just a quick note, ladies and gentlemen, and the media teams, we're going to have the fighters. Some of the fighters are not here. The fighters who are here we'll have a short interview with, and then you'll have a chance just to take a picture with them and Kevin in front of the stage. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we'll now be opening with the very first fight for Aquila Boxing Promotion, Santon Mayhem. The very first fight in the middleweight division, a 4-rounder between Sepufazo Matala and Polisi Lahiwe. Just to let you know, ladies and gentlemen, Polisi Lahiwe isn't here. He's writing an exam, actually. So a boxer and a student. But we do have Sepufazo Matala here. Sepu, welcome. Thank you so much for separating you from Coach. But I think that's all good. Sepu, I know that you're always looking to put on a show. Are we going to expect that on the 1st of November?
Yes, Janex, how are you? First of all, how are you?
Well, I think we're all good. We're looking forward to see you.
Thank you for having me on the show. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to represent Swiss Boxing. And yeah, I'll be there. I'm ready to produce and give a show, give a good fight.
Okay, your coach, Coach Smith says you're supposed to be sitting next to him while you were over there.
Coach, what's happening?
I think we're just separating you just for logistics. But we know that you always come to give a show, a big show. Right now, you're going to go through a 4-rounder. What's his preparation like?
Preparation has been good. Coach has prepared me well. I feel good. I feel ready. Yeah, let's go. I'm ready.
Alright, so now you're getting known as Mr. Who's That Guy, because you always want to put on a show, but now there's also pressure coming from the Smiths gym. How do you feel about that, and are you pressured to go out there and finish within those 4 rounds?
There is always pressure to perform, because obviously you want to do well and represent well, but overall I know I'm ready. Coach has made sure I'm ready. He's been holding my skills well, and yeah, I'm ready to go. Let's go.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's for a 4-rounder in the middleweight division. Please give a big round of applause to Sepufazo Matala. Coach, over to you. Tell us a little bit about Sepu and his preparation.
Thanks for having us here, Kevin, and everyone in the group with the promotion. I've got to tell you something. You know, we started quite a few, like, how many years, team? 3 years already together, and you know, we started from base 1. This is where he started, and that's where he's been with me, and I've watched the development and the growth in Sepufazo. He's been unbelievably like attentive and work. He's a hard worker. These guys know I put them through hell. So if they can make it through my training, fight night's got to be it's got to be the party. You know, you got to go out there and enjoy yourself. So I'm happy for my boy. He's a true champion. You know, he's part of the family, and that's what it's about for me. You know, my fighters are family to me. So you know, we go together in blood and we go in sweat and tears, and we're going to come out victorious.
All right, well, good luck to you, Coach Smith. We do know that Smith's Boxing Gym is built on family legacy, and I know we're going to be seeing you quite often on the stage today. So thank you so much, Mr. Matala. You may leave the stage. Coach, you as well. Let's give a big round of applause. All right, let's call Siniki Way because I know he's here as well. Thank you so much for joining us. Big fight ahead of you. How do you feel about it?
Thank you so much. The big fight ahead of me, of course, under ABP. It's been a long time coming. I've been waiting for it for a long time now, and it's a dream come true for me to be fighting under ABP. Yeah, I feel good. I feel ready. I just wanna put on a show Saturday night.
Any fight predictions that we can expect?
I'm not gonna predict anything. Take it as it comes for now. If your knockout comes, we'll grab it in both hands. If we're gonna finish, if he's gonna finish, then good for him. But one thing I can promise is that I'll be throwing hydrogen bombs from left and right. The plan for me is to make sure that I break bones and make sure that I push his nose bone into his brain. It's gonna be hard. It's going to be a very much hard fight.
All right, I think with that energy, I think I want to open up to the floor. Is there anybody who will ask a few questions, guys? Let's take the opportunity of this chance.
A very good morning. Kevin, this question is for you. Obviously, there's been efforts to try and revive boxing in South Africa. Do you feel like it's getting to where you want it to be? And also the fact that you're giving boxers a platform on the international stage, how does that make you feel as a boxer as well?
Yeah, I think we can always do better as a country and as a boxing fraternity. I think there's always room for improvement, and I do believe certain people are pulling their weight, and certain people in different capacities within the sport and within boxing South Africa as license holders are doing the best that we can in order to promote the sport, to help the sport to grow. But on the other side there are people that aren't doing the best that they can and are maybe down in the sport. But that's anything in life, everything is relative, and you've got to look at everything from perspective. So like I said, we don't really focus on anyone else. We just got to focus on what we do, providing a platform for fighters. So is there an upward trajectory from our side? I do believe there is. We can't blow our own trumpet. We're going to have to see what people think. But I think it's just testament to the sold-out shows, the quality and the caliber of fighters that we have fighting on our shows, that we have wanting to fight on our shows, means we're doing something right. We're not here to compete. I told everybody that we're running our own race, and I think the sooner people and other stakeholders do that, the better for boxing. Don't try and compete, run your own race, and when you're running your own race, then you're on your own trajectory, and then it should be up. But when you're worried about someone else, your trajectory is sideways, and that's no good.
Any other questions for the champ or the boxers? All right, Nikiwe, thank you so much. You may please just join us in front, join Kevin as you take a picture for the media. You can, Coach can join you. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, it's a bout we've all been waiting for. I think all boxing fans are licking their lips at this one. It's the 6th round battle of the undefeated featherweights between Sabelo Ndwandwe and Luke Hendricks. To your team as well. Welcome to Luke and the Madman. Thank you so much for joining us. Always good to have you on stage. You've got a really cool presence, I must always say. Very grounding presence with you next to Luke there. Luke, let's start off with you. You are on your 5-0 campaign, but this time it really feels like, in Kasi we say you're feeling nyata. It feels like guys are coming after you. There's a lot of call-outs. Do you feel that people are looking at your fights, your 4-0, and thinking that perhaps your fights have been chosen and you've been given easy opponents?
Firstly, just like to say hello to everybody, and also just thankful for the opportunity to compete again. Look, at the end of the day, I don't choose my opponents. I said it in an interview on SA Boxing Talk. Most of my guys all had a record of 0 losses, mostly more wins. So at the end of the day, I just sign the contract and I get going. So it has nothing to do with me. It's all up to the great Misi and the promoters. So I don't know why guys look at me on to fight me, but it is what it is. It gives me competition, and I'm grateful for that. So it is what it is.
All right, so Sabelo has been quite vocal on the socials. about fighting you. What do you have? He's right here in front of you right now, just 2 meters away. What do you have to say to him face to face?
Look, bro, good luck. Good luck to all the fighters competing on Saturday. At the end of the day, guys can say what they want. Saturday, we let the hands do the talking at the end of the day. So.
All right, indeed, very quick words from Luke. Luke, in fact, I want to stay with you. It's always great seeing you in the ring. We know that you're a crowd puller. We see the ladies coming through, extra ladies in the crowd. On Saturday, are we expecting a banger as well? Are we expecting something phenomenal? Are we expecting those dance moves in the ring?
I'm not going to give away too much. Saturday, yeah, tune in. We're going to be there and just going to perform as best as I can. You know, we put in an extensive camp. Really been focused as a 6-rounder, so we leveled up a bit. So just going to do what I do and just perform. That's it.
Thank you so much, Luke Hendricks. All right, Sabelo, Mr. Two-time Fighter of the Night. How are you doing, sir?
I'm right.
Very well, thank you. I know you're a man of few words. On Saturday, the 1st of November, are we looking forward to another Fight of the Night performance?
Yes.
All right, I told you guys a man of few words. Kevin, these are two very prolific fighters, both undefeated, but now very young in their career and going head-to-head with each other. What do we expect?
I think fireworks. I think both guys are very exciting. You know, Sabelo's won Fight of the Night, if I'm not mistaken, twice. And Luke's a terrific fighter. You know, he brings his A game. His skills are home well. He looks the part. He's flashy. He gets the crowd going, and he's got phenomenal support. You know, shout out to the Apex Gym. They really turn out and support the fighters. So, yeah, it's a pleasure to have you on our show. It's a pleasure to have Sabelo on our show because we expect all out war. And once again, he has a matchup. Can you predict it? Can you call it? No, you can't. 50-50, and may the best man win.
No, it certainly is 50-50, and I think World Sports Betting will be very happy with those ones. So to make sure that you get onto our World Sports Betting platform. Going on over to Sabelo's coach over there and his corner. Guys, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. What's preparation been like specifically for this very prolific boxer over here? Very exciting, Luke Hendricks.
Well, yeah, first of all, thank you, Kevin, for having us. This is going to be a fantastic fight. So he was trained. I've never seen him train this hard. So you know he's got big match temperament, which a lot of boxers might not have. But the training's been incredible. His coach has obviously put a lot of time into this. So this is going to be one of the fights I think everyone needs to watch out for. I don't want to again say too much because anything can happen in boxing, but I think we all know who's going to win. So.
Wow, okay, all right. Hisham, over to you from coach to coach. Everybody's behind you now. Everyone is on your tail. Luke is looking at 5-0 in his next fight. How much pressure is there on him?
First, thanks to Kev for having us. It's awesome to be here. Awesome to be getting fights for the boxers. It's really great. Is there pressure? I think there's always pressure, right? But it's whether you make the most of it or not. I think we've trained hard, put a lot into this camp. Myself, Leo, Koba, Luke, everyone's looking sharp, and I think we prepared for the best opponents. So I'm glad he's trained hard. I'm glad you guys have done what you need to do. Now it's time for them to do what they need to do, yeah?
All right, man, what are we expecting from Apex Gym? Clean sweep?
Yeah, clean sweep, 2 out of 2.
All right, man says 2 out of 2. Ladies and gentlemen, potential fight of the night between Luke Hendricks and Sabelo Ndwandwe. 6th round. In the featherweight division, gents, please join the champ in front. But we are soon to face the junior welterweight division between Liam Fox and Ntokozo Msibi. Welcome, Liam, welcome, Ntokozo and coaches. Thank you so much for joining us, Ntokozo. 5 fights in, and now you have an undefeated prospect in front of you in the form of the wily Liam Fox. How has preparation been for you in this fight?
Greetings to everyone. Thank you for the opportunity. Thanks to Mr. Kevin, and thanks to Mr. Amy for an opportunity. The preparation was good, I can say. I just appreciate the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Liam Fox, the wily Liam Fox, you are now 2-0. Chasing your 3-0, but you have a man over here who's got a slightly more experience than you. How do you plan on taking him? Or taking him on?
Yeah, I respect him. He's had a couple more fights than my previous opponents, you know. But our preparations have been great. Sparring's been great. And Saturday nights I'll do what I do and I'll become 3-0.
Now you've got a career that's nicely building pretty well there, coached by Mr. Daneff over there. Do you think that, you know, people looking at you with your 3-0, once again I asked this question to Luke, do you think that people think that you're cherry picking?
Like Luke said, it's not my choice who I fight. I said in the interview I'll fight anybody that they put in my division in front of me. That's what I do. I train to do that. I'm a fighter. I love fighting. So I just signed the contract. It's not mine. It's my manager, my coach. They choose my opponents. That's it.
All right, Mr. CB's coach, Dade, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. There's the mic over there. Tell us about the training for Mr. CB over here.
First of all, I would like to thank Kevin for giving us this chance. Really, I think it has been good for us because, you know, all the boxers in South Africa, they are looking for opportunities. So the boss got a chance to show that what he can do in the ring. What I can say is that people can come and see a good fight on Saturday.
All right, and Mr. D'Oliveira, preparations for Thokozom CB, what has that been like for you?
First of all, I just want to say thank you again to the promotions, putting us on the second time. First time I said, remember the name. Now everybody knows the name, but still remember it, you'll see something. Preparations for this camp has been good. We treat it like no other camp. We work hard every time. Doesn't matter who's in front of us, we're always going to put in the work. And come fight out, don't blink, simple.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, don't blink. Let's give it up one more time. Let's take a picture, ladies and gentlemen. Thokozom TV versus Liam Foxford for the welterweight division. Flashy Gary Van Staden versus Ali Pacho Zombie. Ali Pacho Zombie will be arriving a bit later on. But for now, we have Gary Van Staden and Coach Smith. Of course, Gary, always good to have you here. Champ, if we could just give Gary that mic over there. Straight into it, Gary. Looking forward to seeing you on the 1st of November. What's it going to be like? What do we expect from you?
How's it, everyone? Thank you all for coming out to check these boxes out. And yeah, you know, we're here to bring on a show. We're here to put on a good performance and entertain the fans. That's why I dress the way I do, but I keep it professional as well in the ring. So we're here to put on an exciting fight. And then on top of everything, I first want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Thank you for the opportunity to him. Thank you to Aquila. Thank you to Kev, Geraldine, the whole team behind the scenes. Thank you to everyone for coming out as well.
Now, Gary, you know you always bring the show. You're looking at 4-0 in the next fight, potentially. But now you're fighting a guy in the form of Ali Pacho Zombie, who's even 3 wins, 3 losses, slightly more experienced than you do. What's preparation been like?
We're actually going at 3-0. I'll attempt to 3-0, which I will get. But yeah, look, we've trained really, really hard. You know, this has been a grueling camp. It's been a really tough camp. Coach has been putting us through the works. And I'm ready for anything. I'm ready to go to war. I'm ready to get a first round knockout. Whatever you guys want, I'll give it to you.
All right, Coach Smith. He says whatever he wants, he'll give it to us. What's it like having a boxer like this? It's so exciting visually. He's just so damn attractive. You want to see him in the ring. He finishes well. He speaks well. Possibly a future superstar in the boxing world. What's it like coaching a guy like this?
It's really a pleasure because you know Gary has got that perfect championship mentality, and he puts in a hard work. No matter how, you know, he comes from a family from an athletic background, so it's all there, you know. And what's beautiful about what he does is always a highlight reel, you know, of an event. So that's what makes him a superstar, because you know, not only the hard work is in there. Yes, you know, everyone works hard in the game. We understand that, but you know, the mind is a different thing, because when you see an athlete's mindset, it really resonates to a coach, and you can see you know, the beautiful athlete he's becoming over and over. So, you know, thanks to Kevin putting this on to showcase what his dream is about, you know, and it's a dream for a trainer to work with athletes like this. You know, they pitch up, and that's the big thing, you know. It's not, I don't have to ask them what time, they're there, and it's like, that's what the sport is about, you know, the guy that puts in the extra miles, and he's got to focus on a dream, and that's what I'm here for, to make sure that road, that path gets, you know, set in stone, and hopefully, please God, we're going to highlighted real South African champion, because this will be a global superstar. You know, it's what the world wants to see, and you know, starting here is history for the promotion, for Gary and where he came from. And thank you to all of you guys.
Gary certainly is a start to look forward to. Now I'm going to open up to the floor, ladies and gentlemen, our media teams. Any questions for Gary van Staden?
Gary, it wasn't long ago that you were making your debut, and you kind of stunned audiences with your entrances and your fashion choices. How do you focus on separating the appearance you make pre-fight to going into the ring?
I think that there isn't actually a separation in it. For me, the way I look at it is that this is a show, it's the show business. We're here to make boxing big, like super big in South Africa. We want to be on the world stage, you know, so for me there's no separation. It's about the glitz and glamour, you know. At the end of the day, I know I can fight, like I'm a fighter, I've got the mentality to do it, and I back myself and my team backs me, and I've got the best team in the world behind me, so yeah, there's no separation. It's for me, the fighters in this country and internationally should be doing things like this, because it brings a crowd, it brings eyes to the sport, especially the youth of today. They like fashion, so yeah, it just brings new eyes to the sport.
No, certainly, I think we can all agree that you are helping to grow the sport. Let's talk a little bit about the online beef that you've been having with your opponent. What's that about?
There's no online beef. He just messaged me when we signed the contracts that he's ready for me and that he's coming for me, which I like. You know, like I said, it's entertainment business. We're going to put on a good fight, and yeah, some guys talk shit, some guys don't. Sorry for my French, but yeah, let's do it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause once again. The Gary van Staden has been going head to head with Ali Pacho Sambi. Gary, please take a picture of the champion, your coach. Leo Carrieri and Jackson Captain. But we do have all about the business. Leo Carrieri, Leo the chosen one. Today you're looking like the business, so you're dressed in a suit. We're not really used to this. Is this a different Leo we're seeing already so early in your career?
First and foremost, I want to say to Kevin, I want to thank you to everyone that's come out and supported. And yeah, most importantly, thank you to God. Yeah, I come in a suit, I meet business on Saturday night. Simple as that.
Alright, I'm used to you actually saying a lot more than that, but 2-0 right now, chasing the 3-0. You've got a very, very strong team next to you. Do you want to explain to us exactly who those are?
Sean Myers, like a brother to me. Corbett's like my uncle. You know, they're not coach and coach. They're like they're family to me. So, you know, they always try to guide me and make sure I'm the best I can possibly be.
So Leo, it's not going to be the first time we see you on the APB stage. What are we expecting from you on the 1st of November? I know it's always a banger, but looking at your opponents, are we expecting something flashy, a good finish from you?
That's why you buy your tickets, right? Absolutely. You know, I've trained extremely hard. I've never been this focused in my life. And come November 1st, I will be 3-0. There's no doubt about that.
Champ Kevin Lerena, another very, very exciting boxer that you had on ABP, not once, but now twice as well. It could be a possible third time, I believe. It's not just the second time. It's the second time, sorry, Leo. Second time, but always good to have him on stage. But now, very exciting fighter that you signed. What do you have to say about Leo?
Leo brings excitement. I think he's got so much potential, and he's got a good future ahead of him. You know, if he does what he needs to do in the ring, and it's no secret he's got a lot of power in both hands. So now, if he hones his skills and takes that power and utilize his skills when you can't get rid of the guys, is going to be a phenomenal force to be reckoned with. But looking forward to the fight. This is his second time fighting on the ABP show. His last event, his last tournament, he had a very hard fight, and it was a massive task for him to overcome. And it was very early in his career. You know, he fought a guy, and a previous opponent pulled out him, and that guy took it on 2 weeks' notice. And you know, those are always difficult fights because you haven't really prepared for that guy. He had a very hard fight, but he came through that test. So now hopefully that gives him a heap of confidence and showed him more of what he needs to do in the gym. But it's no secret, he's an exciting fighter. All the fighters fighting on this card are really exciting. They're really exciting and they're good prospects. And you know, it's his second time fighting on ABP. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, his debut was on my undercard. So yeah, there we go. So he's had the opportunity to be on TV. This is for the 3rd time, and now it's up to him. It's up to him and every single fighter on the show. It's their duty to write their own story. They're the author of their own chapters, and yeah, I wish you all the best. You've got all the potential, and good luck. Thank you, man. Okay, so chasing that 3-0 Hisham, Leo speaks very, very highly of you. What mental changes or any improvements have you seen from the last fight?
Yeah, so I think he's matured a lot. He's definitely upped his game, both in the gym and just mentally. He's taking things extremely seriously. He's not, I don't want to say he's not all about the glitz and glamour, because he is, he's professional, but he's dressed for business, you know. He's dressed for business, he's hit for business, he's there for it all. He's coming, we were hoping to see our opponent here, just to size him up a little bit. But he's ready, I guarantee you that, he's ready.
Alright, let's open up to the floor for the chosen one. Any questions?
Leo, you're fighting somebody that's a lot more experienced than you. Somebody who's had like a bit of a mixed career, being up there and then being very average in his last couple of fights. Do you plan to win on points, or do you think you're going to stop him?
You know, whatever made for me, I'm ready to go the full 6 rounds and blast for 6 rounds, you know. But yeah, if the knockout comes, power on both ends. So, like Kevin said, so whatever comes, it's going to be just like that.
One more question, just going to stir the pots a little bit here. Of course, you focus, Leo, on the current fights ahead of you against Jackson Kaptein. Over the weekend, I did interview another one of our potential opponents that wants to call you out. Whether it takes place here on Aquila Boxing Promotions next year, that would be fantastic. Dylan Process is that, you know, he doesn't care for canaries, and he obviously had a play on words with your name. Would you entertain a fight against Dylan Process next year?
Absolutely, you know, my father came to his country with his surname. He's not going to come disrespect there. But in saying that, he set him out and focus on November 1st. Forget about him, forget about everything else. I'm focused on November 1st. Nothing else, nothing less.
Thank you.
Any more questions for Leo? All right, well, let's close it up. Thank you so much, Leo, for being the chosen one. Let's take a few pics for Media Leo, alongside the channel. A 6-round bantamweight bout between Diseto Matikinga versus Michael Derry. Diseto Matikinga. Diseto, thank you so much for joining us. We're looking forward to seeing you on the 1st of November. And of course, you're chasing your 9-0. With you next to you is Coach Smith over there. What do you have to say about preparation for your 9-0, champ?
I'd like to say thank you to Kevin Arena for the opportunity, and Aquila Boxing for putting me on the show again. Thanks for everyone who came through and supported us. Coming back to your question, I'm feeling good, man. For the camp has been good. I've been always been training, and I wouldn't say it was a camp, so we've always been staying in the gym, so it was just like some preparation that we've been doing just to adjust to get to the fight and be prepared for the fight.
And talking about just those few tweaks, is there anything specifically that you prepared for Michael Derry's?
I don't know him like that, so I'm just gonna see what he brings to the ring. So I'm a champion, man, so I just adapt or adjust to whatever that is bringing to the ring on Saturday night.
Well, he's currently 9-5, which means he's got double the experience in bouts that you do. How do you plan on taking him on? Does that intimidate you at all?
Not really, man. Like, I saw like he fought like good guys in his career. He fought like the like of Sigmund Montolier, Ronald Malingdi, the rest of us young. So I'm a different fighter, man. I'm just gonna bring something different. I'm not really intimidated for what he's gonna bring to the fight that day.
Kevin Lerena, to finish the undercard is a very, very exciting Tiseto Matikinta, now chasing 9-0. What's it like having such a prolific boxer on your card?
You know, we say finishing the undercard before the co-main and the main. This man's headline material, probably the brightest prospect that I have ever seen in the flesh. Sparring, obviously sparring and a fight are two different things, but one of the brightest prospects I have ever seen. Southpaw, explosive, great timing. He's got all the minerals to go all the way, and we're happy to be a part of it, in a part of his journey. You know, Sean's his trainer, and Tiseto's a phenomenal fighter, and we're happy and grateful to have him on our show. You know, this is once again, we are promoting fighters that are known to the public, but are not really known. No one knows how good he is. Well, you're going to see, every time he fights, you're going to see how good he is, and I'll say it, and I'll say it on record, the brightest prospect I've seen in the flesh.
Yeah. Coach Smith? Yeah, let's do a big round of applause for that. Bright prospect indeed. Coach Smith, I think over and over again we keep on hearing of bright prospects coming from the Smith's gym. This is another one now with 9-0. Come the 1st of November, is there anything that you told him you definitely expect from him in terms of, you know, you've got Kevin watching, you've got the international boxing community watching. Does he need to finish strong? Does he need to finish within the distance?
Yeah, I'd like to say good day everyone. Thanks again to Aquila Boxing Promotions for delivering, not just talking but walking the walk. So well done to you, Kevin, not just the one-hit wonder. Yeah, just Tiseto, yeah, you know, we can sit and echo great things. Thanks so much for the kind words. He's the real deal. He just needs to get on the stage time and time again. So we're just grateful to be on the stage, the platform, the lights, the cameras are rolling. Just grateful. Don't want to say too much. I think you've said it all. This kid's made to fight. When he walks in the gym, when he spars, he has the charisma. You can see it. He just needs to be there more often. So we're grateful just to be in this position. Blessed.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give him a big round of applause. In fact, I think we have a few questions for Tiseto. Yes, indeed. Okay, we've got a question here for Tiseto.
Yeah, question for Kevin Lerena. Sir, he's 9-0. No, he's right. Yeah, he's 9-0. And is there a possibility getting him maybe a title shot or something, like maybe in the next promotion or next year?
Of course, you know, it's a very valid question. We wanted him in a title fight now, but every person you phone to fight this man, the answer is no. So that means we need to start bringing in fighters from Africa or around the world, and when the time is right, he'll get that opportunity, you know, whether it's with us or with another promoter, because like I said, we don't sign fighters. Fighters must fight where they want to fight, because that keeps them active and that allows them to build their records. If you had to fight here, if you had to fight on another promotion next month, that is what boxing needs. We don't sign fighters. If you only do 4 shows a year, you're doing them an injustice by signing them. It's their duty to go fight wherever they want. And if we do get that opportunity, we'd love to put him in a title fight. But the true difference is everybody we offer says, nope, not fighting him.
Another question.
There you go, they submitted for a challenge for SA title.
Yeah, Medical will relinquish, but the ratings committee got him at number 5. So, yeah, so I'm saying like I have submitted a challenge for the SA title for you, but BSA will have to submit a letter and he's rated number 5. There's guys who's B2, not even like ahead of him. So we're all going to submit a protested challenge. Beke, I think, has to relinquish. He'll be next in line. Hopefully on the next show, we can put an SA title.
Champ, I would say what title do you personally feel you deserve to fight for?
The SA title, the national title, I think amongst your peers, it's a great honor to be there. You know, that's like the first step that you want to go for title. Nothing to be overlooked. It's a serious fight and it's a great honor to fight for your title. And then like the rest of the world, you know, we can go for whatever comes up.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's Tiseto Matikinta. the undefeated for a 6-round bantamweight bout between himself and Michael Dagries. Main event of the evening, 10 rounds for the IBO All Africa Featherweight title between Lindo Kuzwayo and Rilwan Lawal. We're going to go straight to Lindo. Making the co-main event, it's almost, in fact, I would say it's equal to the main event right now. You're looking at IBO All Africa Featherweight Gold right there in front of you, and I see you've got a big smile on your face. How does it feel?
Firstly, I would like to say good day to everybody that is here. I don't know what to say.
Do you want to touch it, Kevin? Is he allowed to touch it?
Definitely. Which one? This one. It's so beautiful. I don't even know where to start, because looking from where I'm coming from, all the way from KZN, rural areas, I never thought, go all this way, to where I am right now. All thanks to God Almighty, all thanks to the promoter, Kevin Arena, who believe in me, for giving me this opportunity. Our manager right here, Sean, so I don't even know what to say. It's a privilege. I'm honored.
So you've got a huge, I beg your pardon, Lindo, you've got a huge mountain in front of you in the form of a fighter who's fought 26 fights. You have 6, so 20 less than that. What's it like fighting somebody who's so planning to fight somebody with such huge experience?
Okay, so I think I fought recently. I just fought Maduna. He had a lot of fights than me. I fought Jeff Makakane. It was a good fight. He had a lot of fights than me. And I'm fighting another guy now. Who has a lot of fight than me as well. So I think it's a good challenge. It's building me up to something. It's always good. Testing yourself to the best of your abilities all the time. So yes, there is a mountain, but it is a mountain that I'm going to climb for sure.
You're climbing that mountain on ABP, Kevin. Big challenge for him. What do you have to say about that matchup?
Yeah, firstly, I'd like to excuse Rilwan Lawal. He had visa issues, but we managed to get it across the line, and he'll be arriving tomorrow. So the fight is still on. When guys are coming from international countries and there's visa delays, it's always a worry and a concern, but we got it across the line. As for the fight and as for Linda, it's a terrific matchup. There's no cherry picking here. If you want to go on to do great things, you need to beat strong, tough fighters, and Lawal's a tough fighter, but Linda is super explosive. I think with 8-ounce gloves on, if he starts chinning the guys, it's not good for them at all. But there's more to boxing than just explosive punches and landing the mark, and I think that's where Sean comes in to hone Linda's skills. I'm just grateful to have him on the show. Sean always told us about Linda, and he said so. And when I got to see them, I took an instant liking to them because they're likable guys, so it's not hard for me to give them an opportunity. And I just wish him all the best. I think he's in for a tough fight, but if you want it badly, it's yours, man. I think boxing, everything's tough at the top. Everything's tough, whether it's for an All-Africa belt, whether it's a 4-rounder, Intercontinental or World title. You treat it like it's your last fight because you never know when it's going to be your last. So I just wish him all the best, and I think securing him a victory here gets him a top 30 rating in the IBO. Whatever Sean decides to do with him thereafter, it's all about trajectory. Winning belts, winning fights that are positioning you in the right position, and I hope I can play an important role to get you to a world title one day. I think that's essentially the pinnacle, whether you fight for an IBO, WBC, IBF, whatever it is, win a world title, and that's where you'll see your true value.
Now, Coach, they say that you learn a lot when you take a loss, but you have an undefeated fighter there in front of you. What's it like with that kind of pressure, knowing that going into the next fight it could be his very first loss, but of course with the preparation as well involved?
Just again to Kevin, I don't think you understand the significance and the role he plays in helping these boys. Then always this year, coach, you didn't get shot. It's a title fight, whatever it is. well done not to, this opportunity. And that's what happens in life. If you ask for things, you manifest things, things will happen. So this is it. You don't worry about losses or think about losses. Life, you go in, you arrive, you win, or you learn. There's no such thing as losing. Well, we're not here to learn. We had to win. We learn in the gym. I think, like for Linda, this was an important step up. When you're fighting 4 rounds, 6 rounders, the back of your mind, you know that I can turn up and it'll be okay because I can rely on my skills for 4 to 6 rounds. I should be okay. I think for him, this step was a bit of a difference because in sparring, when you're used to getting out after 4, 6, 8 rounds, I'm like, wait, where are you going? Stay in, you've got work to do. And so I think for him, the breakthrough was the camp life, realizing there's no getting in and out of the ring in 4 to 6 rounds. You're going to have to be there like for 10 rounds. So just to see the growth and the seriousness in the camp was an amazing thing for me. I think he astonished himself. And I think it's his time to step up. Some people say it's that this guy's got that many fights, that guy's got this many fights. Doesn't matter. Good is good. Good wins at the end of the day. If you're better than your opposition, you win. Fabio Wardy, like you saw on the weekend, white collar, never had Olympic experience, but he turned up, he showed up, he wanted to win. So I think in life, don't rely too much on experience, don't rely too much on history. Turn up every day in the gym, use what's available to you, the blessings, ABP, like providing an opportunity, super sport, sponsors. It's time for them to write their own script, and great for us all to be like a part of this young man's journey. Blessed in fact.
Sorry guys, just the guys at the back, if you keep it down and have a little bit of respect for the fighter over here is having his moment. You guys have had your moment, let's give him his moment and show some respect, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Chad. Now, moving right along, it's unprecedented that we have 2 title fights for ABP. Very, very first time, but very strong way to finish off the year. What's the planning been like for these 2 title fights?
Yeah, it's been good. We've had phenomenal camps. Linda's camp, Lowell, Coach G, Kane and Team Daneff. We welcome them. Terrific fights. A lot goes into 2 title fights. That means there's double sanctioning fees. That means there's 5 officials coming in from different countries. A lot of money goes into it. We'll be grateful to have the opportunity to put on 2 title fights, and we're grateful for these fighters. So thank you guys. Thank you for allowing us to do it for you, and we wish you all the best. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Let's open up to the floor for Lindo Buswayo. Lindo, we're still going to ask you a few questions from the media teams. Anybody want to ask Lindo a few questions? Real quick. All right, Lindo, yes, one more.
Lindo, just tell us, so we're going to see a knockout during the match?
So I'm not really going to predict, but one thing is for sure, I'm going to win the fight. That is what I'm going to say. One thing is for sure, I'm going to win the fight. But I'm not going to predict,
All right, ladies and gentlemen, no prediction, but a guaranteed win. He says it's for a 10-rounder in the IBO All Africa featherweight division. It's for the title, and there's the gold in his hands. He'll be fighting for the Claudio. Welcome. Thank you so much for coming to South Africa, all the way from Argentina. I don't know if you have your translator. He'll be able to translate to you. But thank you so much for joining us, Claudio. How do you feel coming to South Africa?
Thank you, that's really good.
You can Google, yes, of course, you can translate. We're here for it. I think this is the very first time, but yes, please.
Thanks, Gary, for the opportunity. 26 years ago, my father fought here. Now it is my turn. I'm well prepared. I hope to win. Thank you. Sorry, I don't speak English well. I hope you understand.
Because some people in the country speak better English than them. But I think he did say that his father has fought as well here on the South African continent, so clearly, or South African country, and so clearly he's from a boxing family as well. He says he is well prepared for his opponent, so thank you, Claudio. One question, we know that your nickname is Chaito. Chaito. Yeah, Claudio Chaito Daneff. What does Chaito mean? Just all right. I'm not going to ask what the gets said, but thank you so much for joining us. All right, so that is but we can call you Chaito. All right. Before I go over to K9 champ, we have an international prospect over here. He's got quite a record, 27 fights. And this is the guy that we've matched up for, Mr. K9 Fourie over here. What was that like, with matching that up?
You know, I'd like to thank Alex Kuznetsov, who helped us with the matching of Claudio Daneff and Kane Fourie. It was relatively easy because Kane made it simple for us. Coach G made it simple. He said, we want to fight good opponents, essentially in the top 30. We want to test ourselves because we want to become world champions. I said, no problem. And Claudio Daneff, I've watched him fight. He's a very good fighter. You know, he's a southpaw. He's very wiry. And I think on a good night, he's a problem for anybody. But he's in there against a very tough Kane Fourie. I myself have fought against 3 Argentinians, and they were very tough fights. Argentinians are tough fighters. They're tough men, and they got a lot of respect. And I think it always makes a good fight. If you look at any fight with an Argentinian, they bring it. I say we're a fighting nation, and I think it's going to be a great fight. But Kane Fourie, it's my man, and I wish him all the best. And I know that Claudio Daneff is going to bring the best out of Kane, and Kane's going to bring the best out of Claudio Daneff. But it's no secret, Kane's sitting on our side of the table, and we'd love our Kane Fourie to win. But a terrific fight, and thank you to Claudio and his team, because they have been phenomenal to deal with. You know, when you bring in international fighters from across the world, it's always worrisome. You know, are they going to get you safely? Are they going to get you on time? Is there any visa issues? Is there any logistical issues? And there haven't been, and we're very grateful. So we wish you all the best, and welcome to South Africa. Thank you.
K9 Fourie, looking at your opponent over there, he's, I'm not sure if it's the first time you see him, but sizing him up now, even if it's just a little bit, what do you think of him?
First of all, I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for this opportunity. Without him, we would have been here. And then, before we start, I think we should just give Kevin a round of applause for another beautiful event. So everyone can first time seeing Claudio, very nice guy. Both of us are nice, unfortunately. So he came there, he greeted me at first, but thank you for coming, Claudio, and just wish him all the best, and I can't wait for fight night.
Have you done any homework on Claudio? He's got 28 fights in total at the moment.
Watched some fights, but you can only do so much watching it. I mean, we're fighting on the 1st of November, so I have to do what he does in front of me, so then that's what I have to do.
Gold on the line in the richest square mile on the African continent. We know that you're a gold crowd puller. What are we expecting on the night?
Like always, fireworks. When Kane is in there, the crowd is amazing. The event is full. Just come on the 1st of November. If you got your tickets, if you haven't, get it. I know it's sold out, but it's going to be a good fight. I mean, international fight. Me and Claudio has a big resume behind him, a lot of titles. I also have some titles behind me, and let's go.
All right, very exciting. I'd like to open up to the floor now. Any questions for both fighters, for Chaito or K9? While you guys think about those questions, we'll go over to Mr. G. Sir, thank you so much. Always great having you on stage. What's preparation been like for K9?
First of all, I want to thank IBO for another opportunity. Also, I want to thank Sean Smith for opening his gym's doors to us. It was awesome working with you during this camp. I think we've all learned a lot from you. Very experienced coach, one of my mentors. not just boxing, but in life. I learned so much from you in the last couple of weeks, and you're a true brother. Just want to thank you for using your gym and opening up your doors to us. And then coming back to the preparation, our prep was good. We had a solid 10 weeks of prep, good sparring with guys like JJ, Amos. They helped gain a lot. We did close to 250 rounds southpaw sparring. I know we're up against an experienced guy in Daneff. We want to test ourselves against the best in the world. That's why we took this leap and decided to make a big step up. Next year, Kane his goal is to fight for world titles. And I think we're on the right track. Prep was good, sparring was good. It was a hard 10 weeks. The fight needs to come now. The boys are tired of training. They need to get this behind their backs. And I think Kane has had a good year. It's his fourth outing on Aquila. I think we're ready to go. He's ready for this.
All right, thank you. Let's open up to the floor now. Any questions we have?
You know, you had a loss a while ago. Okay, from that you have really come back well, bounced well, and I think ABP had a lot to do with that. Okay, that they stood by you, brought you back. We have promoters in South Africa who are well known. When you have a loss, you're out the back door. So yes, you know, they have actually stood by you. I think you have one of the IBF belts as well, if I'm correct. You're now fighting for the IBO belt. Should you win this fight, where to from there?
Yeah, well, the decision is Coach G's and Kevin for the promoter for what's next also. But yeah, like I said, I just need to get past the 1st of November, do my job, do my work, and get the title and then take it from there. But I think when I win this one, we go for a world title, IBO, maybe. That sounds good for me.
So one more question.
Question for Claudio. Since his father has fought here in South Africa, does he have any advice for him, like climate-wise, you know, like the amount of training or hours that he has to do to acclimatize to the South African climate?
Do you have any advice? Does his father have any advice in fighting in South Africa? Advice to fight here in South Africa? What is his plan to fight here?
Plan?
No.
Wait.
The strategy.
Making weight. He says the weight. He says his plan is to make weight. He says he's prepared in Argentina. Now it's just the weight for the fight. That's my translation. Thank you.
I'm over here next to Uncle G, and he says in South Africa we've got some good KFC, so you know we might help him either make the weight or drop the weight. All right, do we have any more questions from the floor? Any more questions for Mr. Daneff or Kane? No? All right, Champ, would you like to just wrap it up real quick?
Lastly, just want to give a massive thanks to our broadcaster. The World of Champions Supersport wouldn't be possible without them. Our main title sponsor, World Sports Betting and Tigris Wealth, as well as JCP Steel, Under Armour, HP, Meat World, Knox Hydrate. You know, these brands have come on board to support us and to make this event happen. And our security partners, Gamma, so we are forever grateful, and Meat World. We are forever grateful for getting behind us and for allowing an event like this to take place. So once again, on live television, on TV, on Supersport, all the news networks, thank you to all our sponsors, and thank you to BSA, the custodian of the sport, for sanctioning this event. Thank you.
All right, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, we're looking forward to the main event of the evening on the 1st of November. 10 rounds for the IBO Intercontinental Lightweight Championship between Fourie and Claudio.